Hey folks, Machinery Pete here. You know, there are a ton of great antique tractor shows all over the US and Canada. And for years now I wished I could clone myself so I could get around to all these shows and visit with all the good folks. And so much to learn at these shows, the history of our tractors and our old engines. Now here's a show that took place just recently, the Buckley Old Engine Show in Buckley, Michigan. Was held August 16th through the 19th here, 2012. This show's been going on for many years in Buckley, Michigan, always the third weekend in August, kind of a tradition out there. Now I wasn't able to get to the show this year, but I did have a couple auctioneers I know from Lapeer, Michigan, the father-daughter auction team of Dan and Rachel Gingell, who I had the pleasure of meeting at the 2012 Michigan Auctioneer Convention this winter. Great folks. And they were at the Buckley Old Engine Show, and Dan and Rachel shot some video. Now Dan is really an expert on kind of all things antique tractors. I've run across a lot of folks who are into the antique tractors, and Dan is about as knowledgeable as anyone you'll ever see here. So the focus at this year's show was Ford tractors. So this is some video Dan and Rachel shot with Dan talking about some of the highlight Ford tractors at the 2012 Buckley Old Engine Show.
Hi, Machinery Pete. This is Dan. We are at the Buckley Old Engine Show, and we're looking at some really neat tractors. This is an example right here. It's an OC3 crawler fitted with a little 60 flathead V8 with an 8N hood and 8N fenders. Wow, what a cool piece. This is a 961 Ford. The one Ford has the grill that goes this way instead of a 960. The tractor is restored beautifully, right to the very, very detail. We're looking at a 971 gold demonstrator, very nice restored tractor. And it's a 981 has the PTO that's 2-speed. They always have the castings that say on and off. They would give it a 2-speed PTO, a 540 and a 1000. Besides that, they're the same tractor, but this is a 971 because it doesn't have the 2-speed PTO. This is a 981, and you can see it has the lever for the 2-speed PTO. This is a 950 Ford high clearance with a 42-inch rubber. Very rare, neat tractor. One front tire. It's a 950 with a 5-speed with no live power. Very, very unique tractor here today. Another unique tractor here today. It's a 700 Workmaster Ford. Most 700s are just standard tractors with narrow front ends. This one has a wide front on a 700, painted the red scheme because it's a 741. Very rare tractor. Another unique tractor with the all-aluminum hood, aluminum dog legs, has a small generator on it, very nice restoration. No dipstick in the floor, so they didn't come up with anything with that. This is serial number 665, real early tractor. Probably Henry Ford himself would have maybe plowed with this one and demonstrated. What a cool tractor. This is a unique Jubilee Ford tractor. It has a live power clutch on it right here. We've got the lever here sticking out. Here's the PTO lever that turns the PTO on, and then this one here gave it like live power. You would slip that forward, and the tractor would stop, and you'd slip it back, and you'd take off. So it would have live power to run a baler or a brush hog or something like that. And the Jubilee did not have live power; it only had live hydraulics.
Well, a big thanks to Rachel and Dan Gingell for that great video report from the 2012 Buckley Old Engine Show in Buckley, Michigan. And before we go here, I just want to leave you with a quick little Machinery Pete fact on Ford tractors. And we'll talk real quick here about the Ford 8N. Now this here is a picture of a 1949 model 8N I saw sell on an auction last October 22nd, 2011 in southeast Minnesota. And this reconditioned 1949 8N brought $3,900, which is actually the highest auction price I've seen the last couple years on an 8N. Now if we go to our website, machinerypete.com, if we would go into auction results, our database here, what we'd see is we've got 454 auction prices on 8Ns going back the last 16 years. But what I want to do right now is hop into our calculator which is a cool little tool here that I've been using for years. And what it does is it crunches an average auction price on any piece of equipment. So what we'll do here is we'll just hop in and look at Ford 8Ns. There we go. And let's see, we'll click on 8N. And this is really useful. It just lets us, see the current trend. So 2012, so far this year, the average auction price is $1,626, down just slightly from last year. It was an average of $1,773. But what's fun is to look back in time. So how about 5 years ago, 2007? Average auction price, $1,520, with a high of $3,100 and a low of $600. 10 years ago, back in the year 2002, average auction price $2,088 on a Ford 8N, with a high of $3,850 and a low of $1,150. 15 years ago, 1997. What were you doing in 1997? Okay, average auction price $1,955 on an 8N Ford, with a high of $3,600 and a low of $1,300. So like I say, fun to play around with that information, and always great fun to see Ford tractors sell at auction.